Hi, welcome to CMA TV. We're here in Stamford at CMA Shipping, the largest shipping trade show in North America. My name's Roxy, and I'm joined today by Admiral John Nadeau, who is from the US Coastguard. Thank you for joining us today.
Good morning, Roxy. Thanks for having me.
So I was wondering, how confident do you think maritime stakeholders are with 2020 implementation?
At this stage, we're only about 8 months out from the 2020 deadline when the new regulations kick in. I think that industry really is looking for certainty. The whole market wants to be certain so they can make decisions, whether that is the bunker suppliers, the ship owners and operators, or even the refineries that are producing the fuels that are needed. We need to have certainty so everyone can move forward with confidence. In addition to that, I would offer that I believe industry is really concerned about enforcement. Because of the price differential that is expected in the fuels, there could be a lot of incentive to perhaps cheat or pursue areas of non-compliance, just because of, again, the price differentials. So I think industry writ large really wants to see regulators and port state authorities and flag states all come together to ensure that we are consistent in our enforcement, that we are transparent in our findings, that we all share information about whether if there are fuel oil availability problems or we find problems with the fuel oil qualities, that information is shared with all stakeholders so that we all can refer to that when we're trying to deal with issues that might come up. For instance, if I have a ship and it comes into the U.S. that was not able to get fuel, they produced this with some reports that indicate that, I have something I can go back and look at and see are others also having that same problem in that same location, and we can use that information to determine what actions we should take to keep it, again, a level playing field across the board for all stakeholders.
And what do you think are the main factors which are affecting the industry at the moment?
Well, certainly the global cap and sulfur kicking in, that is at the forefront of everyone's mind just because it's steering us right now, just over the horizon. Beyond that, clearly I see a lot of talk about greenhouse gases and what comes next, but it clearly continues to be the environmental factors and the pressure to reduce the footprint, the environmental footprint of the industry. I think stakeholders across the board, whether it's US, EU, around the globe, continue to look to see what more can we require of this industry in order to minimize the environmental footprint.
And how do you see the implementation of VIDA going forward?
So VIDA is quite a comprehensive new law passed in the US in December of 2018. And it takes a look at the entire framework for dealing with incidental discharges from vessel operations. So it will require Coast Guard and EPA to work very closely together, which we are. EPA has the first focus of this is to develop the discharge standards themselves, and then we will then take those standards and apply them to vessels in terms of equipment and operating procedures. But the key to all this, I believe, is to have good, close working relationship between the Coast Guard and EPA, and we have established that up front, working with my counterpart, my staff, working with EPA on a very frequent basis to ensure that we stay lashed up tight, because we recognize that we need to be closely aligned in order for this to work properly and minimize any unnecessary impacts on the stakeholders and industry.
Okay, thank you so much for your time
Thank you,
today.
Roxy.
Thank you for watching CMA TV.